Good afternoon. We are here for the Public Works meeting. It is Tuesday, August 1st, 2023. And we're going to start this meeting off with a roll call and determination of quorum.
Roberts?
Here.
Pettigrew?
Here.
Lehman?
Here.
Ham? Roseland?
Here.
A quorum is present.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda. Motion by Roberts, second by Roseland. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We have general public comment up next. Nobody here to speak for general public comments. We'll go ahead and close that period. And we're going to move on to the consent calendar. Items 1 through 26, we have a public comment period. No one here again. And we'll turn it over to Director Tech to go over items 1 through 23.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will just get going down the list here. Item number 2 is a budgeted purchase for 2 vehicles, one for the engineering department and one for our water reclamation division. Item number 3, Enchantment Road PRV stands for pressure reducing valve. We have 2 pressure reducing valve pits along Enchantment Road that need some maintenance work that's going to require bidding. Item number 3, advertise for bids for a water line and partial street rehab in the St. Charles Street area near 7th. We had a water main break there. An old ductile iron pipe failed. We're going to replace approximately 400 foot of water main and then do necessary street repairs to get that returned to normal operation. Item number 5 is a authorization to bid the Shepherd Hills Booster Station. Certainly we've been working closely with the developer in that area as a partnership to get this booster station designed and now built. The development out in that area has certainly necessitated additional water, and that's what this booster station will provide. Item number 6 is our sometimes annual ADA project. I believe we have 6 sites around town that will be doing primarily curb ramp improvements, but also some sidewalk improvements to become ADA compliant. And item number 7, roadway paving project. This is East St. Charles Street between Sedivy Lane and South Valley Drive is currently a gravel street. This project will pave that street, certainly reduced mud tracking, gravel tracking, and dust in the area. Item number 8 is a change order. You've actually seen this change order before. I think it was approved at the last set of meetings. There was a funding change that was necessitated after review from finance. So the dollar amounts haven't changed, just the funding source change on that particular change order. Item number 9 is a change order for the fire training facility. That's currently either under construction or about to get constructed. At the time of bidding, it was determined that the foundation was over-designed, and so it was pulled out of the project, the initial project bid, acknowledging that a redesign, a cheaper alternative would be coming back to the City Council for approval, and this is what's before you today. Fair price, and like I said, it acknowledged all along that this would be coming back to you. And item number 10, a change order for Well 5 project that has been ended up being multi-phase now, and this change order is necessitated by the contractor was in there doing some additional work on our project, and some of our equipment failed due to no fault of the contractor. Therefore, we've got to get that equipment fixed and get our well back online. Item number 11, I believe once again this is another issue where this change order was in front of you last time, and just a funding pot of money, funding code change, I guess would be the correct term there. Item number 12 is an infill agreement. So this is down off of Campbell Street. It'd be the extension of Fairmont Boulevard to the east of Campbell Street. Holiday Superstores are building a facility there, and this agreement just states that the city will review and approve what the infrastructure is that they're putting in place, and then accept the infrastructure as public once it's been approved. Item number 13 is an agreement with Burns & McDonnell Engineering, and this has to do with a very large phase of our water reclamation plant expansion. As you know, we're going to be doing a total of about $145 million worth of improvements out there. The next phase will be a sizable project. We're hiring Burns & McDonnell similarly to what the Civic Center did when we hired an owner's rep. So we're hiring another set of eyes to make sure that the city's risk is minimized throughout the design and bidding and construction process ultimately. Item number 14, this is a standard agreement for utility relocation. This is necessitated by our reconstruction of Dias Avenue. Sometimes when we go outside of the right-of-way, there are private utilities, and in this case it's West River Electric, where we've got to move some of their facilities in order to get our project complete. Item number 15, HDR Engineering Professional Services. This says miscellaneous improvement projects. What this really is for is various projects over the next, I believe, through 2025 for water reclamation, and solid waste. And I believe there are a total of close to between 25 and 30 projects that they'll be doing the design on and will be getting built. Item number 16 is the next phase of our Elkvale lift station improvements. So this design contract, we had a very large project that upgraded the force mains coming out of Elkvale lift station, and now that the development is occurring in that area, it's time to upgrade the pumps. This has been a phased project since its inception, gosh, nearly 10 years ago. So I'm happy to report that we're moving along, and growth in the community is necessitating these improvements, which is a good thing. Items 17, 18, and 19 are all professional services contracts for our 3 enterprise funds as well. It mentions SCADA here. SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. So certainly on our water, wastewater, and solid waste facilities, we have remote control, if you will. We have abilities to look at physical processes, pumps, motors, various things to make sure that they're operational, and we can have nighttime monitoring on those types of things. So these 3 agreements here are just for an annual maintenance contract, if you will, for those types of monitoring things. Item number 20, joint power maintenance and encroachment agreement, the San Marco Bridge located over the west side of town. We were fortunate enough to receive a big grant, or bridge improvement grant, to replace that. So this, the DOT will actually run the project. I believe we're in for about 5% of the cost for the bridge replacement. DOT will be paying for approximately 95% of the bridge replacement through that grant. In addition to that, we will have some utility work to do there, which will be entirely city responsibility, and that's about $180,000, which isn't out of the ordinary. When you're replacing bridges, you've got to move other utilities out of the way to make sure that the bridge structure is properly installed. And then item number 21 is a request to purchase not necessarily 30 controllers, but we're looking at upgrading 30 controllers, various things. Some of that equipment in there is old, is from the 1990s, which is a testament to the quality of gear that are in our traffic signals, and then also a testament to the dedication of our traffic operations folks that have kept these things running for so long. But it's time to do some upgrading, and then there are some push buttons that need to be upgraded as well to be fully ADA compliant. Item number 22 and 23 are sidewalk variances. These are, I believe, are on both rural road sections, so the recommendation is to approve. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Tech. 24, 25, and 26 on consent also just like look like reappointments. So would any of my colleagues like to pull an item for discussion, or I would entertain a motion? Motion by Roberts. Second by Pettigrew. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? And the last item is non-consent. Request from KTM Design Solutions to appeal a denied exception request to allow for sidewalk to be more than 1 foot from the right-of-way on Addison Avenue. The staff recommendation is to deny. Mr. Tech, did you have any comment on this one?
I do. This is greenfield development. So one of the primary reasons that this was denied is there's nothing there that, other than moving some dirt, that would be a hardship. And once again, I believe the road that they're requesting the variance on is on a commercial road. So it's important to keep those pedestrian ways as far away from the roadway as possible. And in this instance, it's to put it in the standard sidewalk location.
Thank you, Mr. Tech. Any questions or comments from my colleagues? Mr. Roberts?
Thank you. Looking at the map here, Dale, it looks like there's basically sidewalk all around this, so I guess I don't understand why they'd even be asking for a variance on this. But
That kind of baffled us too, but you know, they're going to have to do some grading, which should have been done when the lot was graded to allow for the sidewalk. Like I said, this is greenfield development, so there's no encroachment in the way. There's nothing precluding them from doing the grading to get the sidewalk placed where it needs to be.
all right, thank you. I just was curious about that.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Roberts, second by Pettigrew. All in favor? Any
Can I-
opposed?
Mr. Chairman, could I get clarification on that? Is that to approve the request or is to deny the request?
So to approve how it's written request from, oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, make the motion to deny the appeal.
So the motion on the floor is to deny the appeal from Roberts. Still seconded by Pettigrew. All in favor of that motion, say aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Motion to adjourn by Pettigrew, second by Roseland. All in favor? Any opposed? We're adjourned.